The Canadian justice system at times can subjugate a victim's needs for those of the state, and can act in an adversarial way which impedes Canadian law to function fully and most effectively. Our system derives from common law, which developed in England after the Norman Conquest of 1066. Canadian law is codified rather than English law, which resisted such codification, relying on the practice of stare decisis. Our legal system also practices stare decisis, but we also have fundamental codes which we agreed on must be abided by from citizens living within Canada. And these laws are stated in the Canadian Criminal Code. Perpetrators who break these codes offend the state and face criminal and civil sanctions delivered from the state. However, perpetrators of criminal codes are also given due process rights, which are outlined in our Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Our Canadian Charter outlines the rights guaranteed by our government since 1982 and has since led to a greater national identity about being Canadian. Proud of our diverse cultures and ethnicities, our peoples and our lands. Our Charter outlines what the Canadian government and all its agents must adhere to, which states they must respect the legal rights owed to a Canadian citizen. If it were not for victims' reports of crimes, many crimes would be undetected by law enforcement, unaddressed by society, and unprosecuted by our legal system. Our justice system maintains a balance of control in society, and victims need to be given more direction and resources to help with the stresses of potential crimes and an understanding of legal processes. The victims of crime are just as needed as the accused in legal processes because they are a dependent factor in legal remedies for resolving disputes between the accused and Crown. I firmly believe we must recognize another set of due process rights for victims. I propose we incorporate something like the Victims' Bills of Rights passed by Ontario and Manitoba in 1996 and 2000, respectively. Such rights for victims ensures a greater well-being of Canadian society and gives more protection and resources for our Canadian peers affected firsthand by crime. The inclusion of victims' rights in our Charter would act as a catalyst for resolving disputes in reconciliatory fashion and would play an integral part for helping this adversarial system transition into a system that offers rights to all parties affected by criminal activity, further reconciling differences between the accused, the state, victims, society. I also believe that furthering this enactment means encouraging law schools across Canada to educate future lawyers, judges, and all other potential stakeholders in our Canadian justice system about the recognition of victims as vital role players in legal processes. This would help ensure potential victims be treated with respect and dignity within our system. If the accused is found guilty beyond reasonable doubt or pleads guilty, there must be consultation between prosecutors, defense attorneys, judges, the accused, and potential victims regarding plea bargaining and sentencing. This would provide potential victims responsibilities as an active participant in our judiciary system, ensuring justice remains fair and freedom remains an equal opportunity for the accused and potential victims. This was an extension of my Canadian proposals as Canada's next great Prime Minister. I also want to say the end is almost near for everybody, and we all did such a fantastic job with the videos and proposals, more or less. Anyways, have a good one.